Hello everybody and welcome to another reaction video on Peace Beats with Dan Blackwell. Today we are checking out Shireen. This was a buy me a coffee request and I've never heard of this musician before, but apparently I'm going to really enjoy it. So let's just get straight into it and find out what this is all about. I don't know what the genre is going to be. I don't know what language it's going to be in. I don't know anything at all. So as true of a first reaction as you can get. Let's get into it. Shireen.
Give you my clear skies. If I would give you all golden fields of grain, strong legs and tireless heart, an ocean as still as a lake, would you still worship and pray and not forget my name?
Wow. Oh my goodness. She's amazing. I love this kind of contrast, this juxtaposition of sort of ancient Norse, Viking kind of, or this like ancient Scandinavian influence heritage coming through, mixed with this kind of goth, cyberpunk, modern, like coming together. It's interesting, and it's interesting with the instrumentation as well. Like we're mostly sort of guitar driven, but we have these kind of electronic overtones, these very subtly, that like there was a kind of, I think it was maybe a plectrum going down some electric strings of either a bass or a guitar early on, this kind of sound that sort of emulated some of the kind of more like guttural throat singing that you would hear in kind of Old Norse music. We've also heard a little bit of that kind of singing in this as well, but I like how they're using sort of some modern instruments to kind of recreate some of those sounds as well. It's very, very interesting on the ear, like what they're doing. They kind of hint at things and then they build up to the kind of organic thing, and this beautiful mixture of electronic and organic together. It makes for quite an otherworldly sound, doesn't it? And the imagery is really, really stunning. Every single person, the environments, the costumes, everything going on here is like, it's yeah, it's like quite overwhelming on the senses, but in a really really great way. Let's keep going.
Umai.
Oh, really nice sound. There's a jaw harp, which is a bang wow 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 going on with the violin, and they're both like working in tandem together, and it's making this really, really like bouncy kind of sound, and that's really assisting the sort of the drums. These like we've got a kind of very natural old percussion kind of sound, kind of war drums, you know, kind of like that rhythm tribal drumming kind of sound. Mixed with that, it gives it a real bounce. I love that we're seeing more and more of this kind of music from Scandinavia, like these you know, Aurora, Vardruna, Danheim, and oh man, there's so much I want to get into. There's what's that other band? Helv again. There's so much of this genre I want to hear, but I love that this genre is becoming a thing. There's something about it that really speaks to the soul, and it makes me want to go out and cover myself in mud and get down. You know what I mean? Like that's I think that's what this music is meant to do, right? But it looks like it's going to rain. Neighbours might be in for a treat later. I might be just dancing around naked in the rain because if I listen to enough of this, I'm going to get there. You know what I mean? I'm going to get there. Do you know what I mean?
If you were a sweet child, never scream to get your way, I would forget you lying there and sleep for a million days and not hear your prayers. Ooh, my, yeah, 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 Instead, I'll give you my storm. I'll give you my hope. I will tear out trees, sweep up the seas, destroy your fields. And you reach for the sky, but in this much you'll die. And you will pray when lightning illuminates your face. You will pray. You will pray. You will
I like how on that last note there was a delay effect, but it's a warped delay where it kind of like melts. the imagery in this video is absolutely stunning. And there's so many things I enjoyed about this, but I really enjoyed the arrangement of the instrumentation, how it would kind of build up and drop down and sometimes change instrumentation completely. We had a guitar throughout, but the sound of the guitar changed quite a lot. There was this kind of electric-y, acoustic-y, and then sometimes just pure acoustic. Like the production on the guitar throughout was quite different as it kind of moved through these different little stories within the song, you know, and they had these different feelings to them, different sounds, and it was very much a journey of a piece of music rather than something, even though they were repeating choruses, it felt like a constant progression nevertheless, you know. And yeah, I thought the use of instrumentation was beautiful, and I thought the melodies and the chord progressions, they were very like catchy. It certainly had like a pop element to it. But yeah, it's this kind of like alternative, cyberpunk, dark, gothic Viking music. And yeah, what more could you really ask for, eh? If I was going to listen to more Shireen, what would you recommend? This one has made me want to go off and write some more, you know, like more Norse kind of music. And if you do check out any of my compositions, you can find some of this style of music in some of my work as well. I'm really inspired by this stuff, and I would definitely like to write a lot more of it. Yeah, so I really want to hear more of these artists and more of this music, just to kind of, you know, reactions aside, as a composer, I'd really love to get more inspiration and ideas, and you know, because this one is full of layers that really made me think, oh, I want to kind of play with that idea then and do something else with it. Like it's very, very inspiring to me, this stuff, you know, and very exciting. So wow, yeah, I would really love to hear more. I'd love to hear more Shireen, and I would love to hear more within this genre, because I only know a couple of artists. I'm still quite new to this kind of world, and I would really like to flesh that out and really kind of have a whole roster of artists within this genre that I am knowledgeable on, because I want to learn a lot about it, both for my enjoyment and for inspiration as a composer, you know, so that would be greatly appreciated. If you enjoy my reaction videos, hit the subscribe button. If you have a request, I have a buy me a coffee, and if you want early access, I have a membership. So it's only $5 a month, and yeah, it'd be great to see you in there. As always, everybody, take care, peace and love.